Now, there's some issues that, just simply you can't support it no matter what kind of trouble it causes. And that's one of the reasons some people don't like me is because I don't give in to pressure.
There's some things. So answer me this. So if you were going to the White House to sit down with Trump, okay, and JD and all of them, and you were going to the White House and you wanted to bring some money back to your district, would you wear just an old black hoodie or T-shirt, or would you put a suit and tie on?
I would wear a suit, and the reason being, I think a lot of people. I think this country has. You don't necessarily have to like who is the president, but I think you need to respect the office.
100%.
And so with that being said, I wouldn't wear a suit. Okay. And for the longest time, I wore a suit to the Board of Supervisors meeting, and I was the only one sitting there, and I eventually started just dressing casually for that. But I tell you, one day I had a lady. She asked me. I was in work clothes, and she said, "Are you Trey?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, I didn't recognize you out of your suit." And I was sitting there thinking, my suit, because I just wear it one day a month, But what she sees is a picture of me in the paper all the time in a suit, and so it amazed me is how people view you, and you hear on national news people talking about the media lying, the media doing this, and I learned that just by following the newspapers, what's said in their meetings or how I address something and how it's put in the paper is the media don't necessarily lie, they just exclude certain things that makes people get a different view of it.
Swing it.
Correct. They're telling the truth. They're just leaving parts out that puts it together as a whole to make you think different of what was actually said there. So, it's...
well, I seen this, and I don't know the whole story, but I was listening to it on the news, and I didn't get the whole story. But Norway, the other day, we had an American ship or a sub or something went to get fuel. Did you just see something?
They refused the naval ship, didn't they?
But what it wasn't the country of Norway.
It was a private company.
This one private one that has one little private company. Yeah. And then everybody started talking about how Norway had done that. And Norway come out and said, no, it wasn't us.
Yes, I did see that.
It was that company. But what happened, people reported it like Norway stood against the United States.
When I first read the headlines, I thought it was Norway that wouldn't fuel our naval ship. And then once I read down in it, it said that it was a private company.
Well, did it make you mad at first?
Especially if we protect Norway.
When I first heard it, I thought, Mike, what in the world? Then I heard, I said, but see, Paul Harvey said the rest of the story.
The rest of the story.
So what happened is, at first I thought the same thing like you. I thought, well, what are them rascals? And then I heard it. Then they come out and said, no, it was just this one company, this one. And so, I don't know. Like you said, everybody adjusts it, man. They adjust. But, good news don't sell advertising.
It does not. No.
Okay, people ain't interested in that. A good fire or a flood or something, people watch it.
Yep.
Okay, man, when the fires in Myrtle Beach the other day, I'm looking, trying to find it and see what's going on. You know what I mean? It's something.
If you look and say, well, this and done this good, and you'll kind of look at it. But if somebody's in trouble, you're reading every word of that. You want to know. I guess that's just human nature.
I tell you, but ain't nothing better than gossip. Yeah, no. My cousin and I, we gossip to each other. We don't gossip outside the family, but we'll laugh, and we'll say, "No, I wouldn't say this if it was anybody else," and we'll say something to each other about. We'll get to laughing about things, but we don't gossip outside of it. We're real careful. Yeah. But but it runs. Well, tell me this: what are some goals that you're setting for what you're doing as supervisor? What are some goals you have?